The Office of the Ombudsman's Special Task Force investigating anomalous flood control projects will prioritize the probe on areas greatly affected by Typhoon Tino. In a statement on Friday, November 7, the Office of the Ombudsman says it mourns with the nation for the lives lost from the onslaught of Typhoon Tino. Heeding the calls of the people, it says that a special task force previously designated to investigate flood control projects has been instructed to prioritize the probe on projects meant to prevent the onslaught of Typhoon Tino. Based on the data from the Office of Civil Defense, 188 deaths have been recorded due to the onslaught of Typhoon Tino as of Friday morning. Most of the deaths logged are in the Visayas region, especially in Cebu province. The Office of Civil Defense also says more than 130 individuals remain missing, while over 90 were injured. The looming super typhoon that is expected to hit the country this weekend may be as strong as Super Typhoon Pepito, which devastated several provinces in the country last year. In a briefing on Friday, November 7, Pagasa Administrator Dr. Nathaniel Servando warns the public that widespread flooding and landslides are anticipated due to the approaching cyclone. According to Pagasa, severe tropical storm Uwan may enter the Philippine area of responsibility on Saturday, November 8. It will be given the local name Uwan once it enters the country. When asked what past cyclone can be compared to Uwan's possible intensity, Servando says,
Well, medyo fresh pa yung mga nagdaang bagyo last year, no? Bandang October, November, series of strong typhoons. Isa na doon ang Pepito na kung tingnan natin halos may similarity ang track. So I think Super Typhoon din yon and almost the same areas. So kung ma-recall natin last year, halos i-compare natin yung itong bagyong Uwan to Super Typhoon Pepito last year.
He recalls that during the onslaught of Pepito, provinces including Quezon, Aurora, and Catanduanes were among the most affected areas. He adds that this may also be the case with Uwan. The Pag-asa administrator likewise notes that just like during Pepito last year, the highest wind signal that may be raised due to Uwan is Tropical Cyclone Wind Signal number 5. Super Typhoon Pepito reportedly affected more than 850,000 individuals across various provinces in Luzon. In the same briefing, Servando advises the public to take precautionary measures as widespread flooding and landslides are expected across the country due to the looming super typhoon. The Department of Trade and Industry is ordering a 60-day freeze on the prices of basic necessities nationwide. President Bongbong Marcos has asked the DTI to halt any price hikes for basic goods until year-end due to the ravages of Typhoon Tino across the Visayas and the projected landfall of a potential super typhoon. According to the DTI, the price freeze will remain in force for 60 days or until lifted by the President. The DTI says they have coordinated with all key National Price Coordinating Council implementing agencies to protect consumers during this critical period. Before President Marcos's declaration of a state of national calamity, the TTI had already imposed a 60-day price freeze due to Typhoon Tino, but only in selected areas such as Uwan in eastern Samar, Cebu City, and Dinagat Islands. The DTI says it was working with all relevant agencies to ensure the price freeze is implemented and that supply will be sufficient nationwide. Furthermore, the agency says all DTI regional and provincial offices are on heightened alert and are mobilized to enforce compliance with the price freeze and maintain adequate supply nationwide. According to the State Weather Bureau, severe tropical storm Uwan is expected to enter the Philippine area of responsibility on Saturday, November 8. It is forecast to further intensify into a super typhoon this weekend. Cardinal Virgilio David and families of victims of extrajudicial killings are appealing to President Bongbong Marcos to form a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. In a press conference on Friday, November 7, David and the families say the commission would help uncover the truth behind alleged human rights violations during the previous administration's anti-drug campaign. David explains that corruption linked to killings is not given much focus in the country. While he acknowledges probes conducted by the House Quad Committee into human rights violations and extrajudicial killings, Cardinal David says that the hearings were supposedly done in aid of legislation and not of prosecution. He also says that there are many cases which he classified as deaths under investigation that must be reopened. He notes that there is a distinction between deaths from direct police operations and those caused by unidentified assailants.
And of course, the police will deny that they had anything to do with it. And so they would just classify the killings as DUI, death under investigation. Question, did they ever investigate?
According to David, the task of the commission could include providing a safer venue for victims, families, and witnesses, encourage a full disclosure from the enforcers and other actors under proper legal safeguards, and review cases of unresolved deaths under investigation and reopen files that were warranted. David also clarifies that the commission will not act as a prosecutor. He says that the proper courts will handle cases if they will be filed against perpetrators.